Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to your daily dose of awesome. Your live 50 minutes of daily motivation, inspiration, and education so you can get your day started right. Today's a special day. We got the wonderful, the beautiful, the very talented Kate McShay. What's up, Kate?
Hey Fernie, how you doing? Hey everybody. I'm doing
Ah,
good.
awesome. So, Kate, you're about to have a big event this weekend, right?
Yes, very, very exciting. We've got it'll be our first event, so it's pretty cool. Very fired up and pumped and just doing everything to wrap up everything before we go live.
And it's going to be in Arizona. I will be there. Tim will be there.
Yep.
Ray Higdon will be there. So, I think
Yeah.
I think it'll be a cool party.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Julie Burke will be there,
Yeah.
Michelle Pescasolito will be yeah, lots of good people. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Awesome. So I'll be seeing you in a few days for that. But for here today, well, by the way, what's the name of your event?
Rise to Freedom Summit.
Awesome. So Rise to Freedom Summit. If you want to know more about that and getting the last minute tickets, if they're available at all, then go follow Kate on her fan page, and I'm sure she'll be posting there about the event, and I will be there. So it'll be fun. So now, Kate, you're here to contribute to our community with a very special topic. It's called Three Rules of Thumb to Create a Profitable Social Media Posting Plan. So I'm gonna shut up and let Kate deliver her talk in just a moment. I just want to make sure that one, we are live, and two, I want to introduce myself in case you are new to these broadcasts. My name is Fernie Sabalos. I'm a lead generation and online marketing expert, specializing in helping home business owners, that's network marketers, affiliate marketers, direct sellers, multiply their incomes using the internet. Now, I built my first six-figure network marketing business within a couple years of discovering the information we teach here at Elite Marketing Pro. And over the past 10 years, I've been responsible for over $11 million in gross income into my home businesses and hundreds of millions of dollars more in the incomes of our clients, for example, Kate McShay. uh, so if you're new to our training, I highly recommend you subscribe to these lives. We do them Monday through Friday, every single day, 1 p.m. Eastern. And a simple way you subscribe, if you're watching this on your mobile device, on the top right corner, click the top right corner, and there will be a little ellipsis symbol that shows up. Click on that again, and you'll be able to like our fan page and follow us, and turn on notifications so that every time we go live, you get a little ping on your phone, a little reminder. So you can either join us live and ask questions, especially of our special guests like Kate, or you can watch the recording later at your leisure. The point is, you get notified every time we have something new here. Now, if you're watching this on desktop, something similar, you just click on the logo right above the description. That'll take you to our fan page, and there you can click like. And there's also a following button when you do that. And there's a pull down menu where you can pretty much choose your notification settings, including getting notified every time we go live. So, with that said, Kate, I'm gonna make sure we are live here on
Yep,
Facebook, and if I've been talking to the wind for the past few minutes, then we might have to start over.
that's okay.
Let me see. Okay, we're not talking to the wind, Kate. Look. For the past few minutes, start over. Awesome. All right. So
Oh, I love it.
we are all set. So we only got 15 minutes. I'm gonna hand it over to the wonderful Kate, and then I will shut up and then be back in a little bit. Sound good?
All right. Yeah, that works for me. Let's rock. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you about today, like Fernie said, was I want to talk about how to actually create a social media posting plan that's profitable, that's engaging, and that actually helps you really grow a following on social media. Because here's the deal, and this is something that I realized when I actually first started my business. Now, this might be a little bit of a surprise to some of you that, I've connected with you before. I'm actually, like, naturally not inclined to be someone who would use social media. Spoiler alert, my husband Andrew actually set up my first Facebook, my second Facebook account, personal profile, and my best friend, because Facebook came out when I was in college, set up my first Facebook profile. I personally just never truly understood the reason of being so socially connected to everyone all at the same time until I really started business. And until I realized that social media is amazing. It's an amazing way to connect with people that aren't right next to you, that you can't just go drive down to a coffee shop and meet. So the cool thing is that that's the way that I've built my business now, because I realized that it was an amazing vehicle to grow this massive following of people that would like love my products and services and that I could help and impact. So here's the deal, though, when it comes to social media. And what I want you to do is I want you to comment in if you're watching this live or if you're watching the replay. comment in a number 1, a number 2, or a number 3 in just a second, okay? Because here's what I've found with most of my students or most people that I work with when it comes to social media. Their social media presence, okay, or their social media plan falls into a couple of different categories. The first category is an absolute gold mine, right? You've got a highly engaged following, you've got leads coming in from your social media efforts, you've got high quality prospects, you're closing sales, right? That's number 1. Comment in if that's what your social media plan is like, which is awesome. However, I find that most people are in a 2 or a 3, and it's totally cool because there's things you can shift in order to get yourself to a 1. So number 2 is that your social media plan currently is what you do on social media is kind of a time suck, right? You're actually taking action, you're posting, you're doing as much as you possibly can. However, it's not giving you a return on your investment of your time where you're growing followers or you're getting engagement, and it's also not helping you close sales. Now, there is a third option, okay? There's a third place of where your social media presence might fall right now is it's a highly, highly engaged following. Like you have a big engaged following, right? You've got a big group of people there, yet it's not paying your bills, right? You've got people who love your stuff, however, your income is not increasing. So what I want to do is I want to talk about 3 rules of thumb that you can do to put yourself into the number 1 category, right? The gold mine. So imagine having that highly engaged following, having more leads coming in from social media, like people saying, hey, I found you on Facebook, I entered in my information for your checklist, and I just bought your product or service, okay? So the first thing to do, all right, this is one of the biggest things, and it's maybe not the sexiest thing in the world, however, it's helpful, okay? So the first rule of thumb, when it comes to actually creating a thriving, profitable, highly engaging social media following is you have to understand your people and understand what they want on your social media platform, okay? So, for example, when it comes to understanding your people, so sometimes there's a reason that people have such a big, huge following, yet it doesn't pay the bills, is because they're actually not creating a big, huge following of people who will love and adore all the products and services that they have. So a couple of good questions, okay, to ask when it comes to figuring out who you want your following to be is think about it. So think about your product and service. I always say look at your product and service first, right? What does it offer? And then think about how could you show up for people on social media in order to get people more inclined to buy your products and services down the road, right? So think about age range. Think about how old they are, right? Your product and service might be great for people ages 40 to 55. It might be great for people ages 20 to 30. Get an idea of what would make the most sense so then you can attract those kind of people to you, right? Where do they like to hang out on social media? Now that's going to bring us into the second rule of thumb in just a second. However, this is a big thing to think about. Like if you have a product and service where most people hang out and they view that stuff or they buy things and they do it through Instagram or they do it through Snapchat, that's where you need your presence to be, okay? For me, a lot of my people hang out on Facebook still. And so Facebook is a really great place for us to be. YouTube is where we started, and that was a great place for us to be, and it still is. However, we chose the platform due to where our people were, okay? Then the next thing you want to think about is just start making a list of like current struggles that potential prospects would have, because those are the things you're going to utilize when you post on your social media platform. A couple of other things to think about is what they might want to do for fun, because here's the deal. Social media is about being social. So the last thing you want to do, which is a big mistake that I see a lot of people do, is it's all business, right? It's strictly business. Share your lifestyle. Share what's going on with you. Ask them questions about things that they want to do. Ask them questions that get them connected to something that makes them excited versus just totally delivering content that's always about business, right? Because you want people to be connected to you as a person, because people buy from people that they know, like, and trust, okay? So getting to understand your ideal person that's going to be on your social media platform is actually really important, because if not, you're going to grow this big, huge following, and then no one's going to become a prospect for you or buy. So second rule of thumb, okay, and I kind of got into this one with rule number 1, is find your hub, okay? So think about this. I don't know if you've ever flown before, However, if you look at, like, let's take the United States, for example. If you look at, there's specific places that are like hubs for certain airports, okay? Like, so for example, for me, Alaska Airlines, a big, huge hub for Alaska Airlines is Seattle. So in the Seattle airport, that's where a lot of Alaska Airlines fly in, right? And then there's other ones like, you know, in Phoenix or Chicago or down in Atlanta. Those are big hubs where people can all come together for one united thing, right? So think of your social media site like that as well. One of the biggest things that I see people try and do when they first start out is they try and tackle too many social media platforms at the same time. And the important thing to know is that each platform has different rules, and they might just be like a little tweak. However, they're different rules, right? So the way that you behave, the way you interact, what you post is going to be different, and how you post is going to be different on which platform you choose. So my suggestion is pick one hub to start and then move forward. So for example, when we first started out back in 2013, we made the declaration, the commitment that YouTube was going to be our hub for about 6 months, and then we started expanding out. And we picked that hub, so we learned everything we could about that platform. We learned everything about YouTube, how to engage with people, how to create quality videos, how to create videos that generated leads, all that kind of stuff. And we did that because that allows people to not just come find us, but also know where we're going to be at. All right, it creates that like trust. So when you think about what Fernie does when he does his daily doses of awesome on Facebook, it's a great way for people to know, like, oh, okay, every single day at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I get to go hang out with Fernie, which who wouldn't want to? He's absolutely fabulous. That's one of the biggest things that I see successful people do, is they pick one hub to just rock out on, and then they transition and move on to other ones, right? So we transitioned, we had YouTube running, thriving, then we transitioned to Facebook. So we had more hubs where people could come and get in contact with us. However, when you try and do too many, it starts to become where all your efforts, it's that one where it's like, it's a time suck. All your efforts, you're putting in the time, yet it's not returning an investment for you. Okay, third thing, all right, and this is huge, and this is where I see a lot of people, when it comes to the posting piece, fall short, is rule of thumb number 3 is engage consistently, okay? And the key word is consistently, because think about it and comment in how often do you post? So let's take Facebook, for example. How often do you post on your fan page? Or if you're using your personal profile now, that's cool too. But how often do you post? Is it once a day? Is it twice a day? Is it on Mondays I post once? On Tuesdays I don't post. On Wednesdays I might forget. And then Thursdays I post 7 times. So what I want to make clear to you is engaging and posting consistently will actually make things better for you. It'll make your fans want to come back. It'll make your followers want to come back. And it will put you in front of them consistently each and every single day. So my recommendation when you're posting, post what you can manage on a daily basis. So if that means it's 2 posts a day, it's 2 posts a day, okay? If it's 3 posts a day, then it's 3 posts a day, and then gradually build from there. If it's 1 post a day, fine. Do 1 post a day and gradually build from there. Now, a couple of keys when it comes to posting, okay? And then we'll just talk about some quick little ideas for posts that you can do. Step number 1, when it comes to engaging consistently, be the leader, okay? Have something for people to do after they read your post, after they watch your Facebook Live, watch your video, whatever it is, have them either like, share, comment, retweet, comment below with an answer to a question, telling them to go to your website, giving them an option of what they need to do next immediately puts you as a leader, okay? That's the first thing. Second thing, and this took me about 12 months to do, when I did it, drastically changed everything. Get vulnerable. Get okay with the fact that being authentic, sharing your struggles, sharing your triumphs, sharing what works, what doesn't work, sharing what you're afraid of, but you're going to move forward and do it anyways. Getting vulnerable will let people inside of you, and then in turn will like have them glued to you and glued to your message. Okay. And then again, when it comes to, then the next one is data knows best. It might take a little bit of time to figure out what works and what doesn't, but especially on Facebook, if you're using your fan page, there's a little insights tab that you can look at that tells you when are your fans online and what posts do they like the best. And the really simple, easy thing is whatever posts people like, do more of those. Like my fans love all those inspirational images, so I post a lot of those because it makes my people feel good, right? And then the last thing, when it comes to what kind of posts, I'll give you a couple of different ones that have worked really well for us, wrapping up 2016 and kicking off 2017, is being social, okay? So getting interaction. One of my favorite ones to do is asking a question, but asking a question with leading to a guided response. And what I mean by that is, for example, if I'm trying to figure out what kind of content topics I want to train on, this is what I would do. I would say, I need your feedback real quick. In your opinion, what do you think is the number one thing that holds people back from using Snapchat, from doing Facebook ads, from shooting a video, from using social media to build their business, from picking up the phone to close leads, right? Whatever it is, whatever you know a common struggle is for your people, ask it in a way of, in your opinion, what do you think is the reason why? Because what you'll get is, as long as you're engaging with people consistently, you'll start getting a flow of people's opinions that really reflect on what they're struggling with. Okay, so it's a way for them to voice out what they're struggling with, so then you can help them, give them a solution through other content that you share. But it allows them to do it in a way where it's not shining a light on, I have a problem, right? Because a lot of people will say, what's the number one thing you're struggling with and how can I help you? Unless you have a very strong relationship, most people won't respond. And then you're kind of sitting there wondering why nobody is replying to your stuff on social media, okay? So those kind of questions are super, super helpful. Another one that I would recommend is, when it comes to posting, is go with what's hot, go with what's working. So like I said, if you can tell on your insights that motivational images work, use them, use more of them, and use them in the time frame where they're getting a lot of results, right? The second thing is use what's hot. Facebook Live consistently is still a hot feature for Facebook, so I recommend you utilize it, right? Because that's a great way to create that mass engagement. However, the biggest thing that I can share when it comes to being profitable is get people to interact with you by that call to action. So telling them, hey, if you want to know more about how to recruit more people into your business, go to this link. Or if you want to know how I lost, 30 pounds in 6 months or something like that, comment, tell me more, and I'll shoot you a private message, and then you can start the conversation. That's how things become profitable in a non-salesy way, because you're creating this mass engagement. And that for us was the blueprint that we utilized to create this just massive following on Facebook, on YouTube, and how we continue to build and build through each social media platform that we use. And that's it, Ferdy.
Awesome. Any comments on boosting, when you should boost, if you should use the boosting feature?
Yeah, so what I recommend with boosting is definitely with Facebook Live. So I don't boost every Facebook Live. However, if I know I have a killer piece of content that can get people to do a couple of different things, if they're going to engage with me, so they'll comment more, so that creates more organic reach. If I've got a really good giveaway, like my content connects really well to my free giveaway and I've got the link in there, then I definitely suggest doing it with Facebook Live. So I would boost, one Facebook Live every other day to get more mass exposure, because it's what's hot right now. The other thing that I would suggest if you're thinking about boosting is look at your insights and look at which posts have been performing the best organically, like gotten the most reach for you organically, and then boost that post. Because Facebook's basically telling you your people like this and more of your people would like to see more of this. So that's what I recommend when it comes to boosting, is it's not random. It really is actually paying attention to what's hot, and it's also paying attention to what's working and how can I make it work even more.
Awesome. And so, guys, if you guys want to learn more about social media, specifically how you use social media for recruiting purposes, if you're in network marketing, then you want to go to elitemarketingpro.com or just click on the link in the description. If someone shared this video with you, you're going to be able to download a free PDF that actually gives you posting examples. So if you're wondering, what do I post? My friend Julie put together an awesome PDF that shows you the different types of things that you can post and an actual recruiting strategy for using social media. And part of the strategy is a lot of what Kate has shared here today with regards to scheduling posts and what types of stuff to post and when to post it. But that'll give you a strategy specific to network marketing. I think Kate here gave a strategy for any business that might be on social media, which is awesome because now you can translate that to whatever niche or products or services that you're currently promoting. So thanks so much, Kate. Everybody that's an Elite Marketing Pro member, make sure to share this video, this live, with your audiences on your personal page, your Facebook fan page. Send to your email. Get this spread, and make sure to use your referral link if you're an EMP member. So with that said, thanks so much, Kate, for being on. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome, Bernie. Thanks so much for always having me on. I love giving value to this amazing community.
Well, I love having you on because then I don't have to worry about coming up with content the night before. So
now I get it.
Yeah, yes, that's my evil plan. So, all right, Kate. Thanks so much. We are out. Take care.
All right. Bye, Bernie.